Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22, continuing our Swiss chocolate run. And we are closer and closer to actually finally being able to make chocolate. We got a lot of the ingredients, we just don't have the factories we need, so that's going to be the big thing. A little bit of fertilization over here on this field, although I think I didn't line it up quite right, but we're getting there. Use up whatever little bit of slurry we got left over here, get this done. And then, either do the rest with manure or do the rest with actual fertilizer. We'll see. I didn't really do a good job, did I? A little bit of a crooked line there. Might still be alright, though. Alright, that's all the slurry we got. We don't really need this slurry tanker anymore. I could go get the manure, I suppose. I was going to let the manure build up, but... yeah, we might as well let the manure build up. We'll go get the... we're going to have to use dry fertilizer at some point, or solid fertilizer at some point, I think. We've got the machine over here. We might as well use it. I never attached the front weight. I don't think it really is necessary, though. Let's get us some big bags of solid fertilizer. Go with one. Hope that's enough. I mean, the contract itself only pays us $2,000. This is a $2,000 worth of fertilizer. Surely it's enough. Alright, let's slip up here a little bit. I can sort of see the line of the wet fertilizer. Oh, this thing spreads wider. Not quite that wide, but I think we'll be alright. If we have to come back and do a little bit of a pass on that little bit that we missed, and then we'll do what we got to do, but this should work. Hopefully he turns to the left, though. Nice. Why, thank you, my friend. Actually, whatever leftovers of the fertilizer here, we might just use on... I think we can go and do the stage of fertilizing on our fifth field because it acts like... the grass acts like oilseed radish, right? Where that first layer is just already in the soil, and then we can come back over with another layer now. We're almost done. I'll return that equipment before I forget. All right, gotta be pretty close now, right? 99%, okay. Just gotta do this last little bit over here that we missed earlier. There we go. That'll work. Let's go do our fields, and then, yeah, we'll be good there. It's not going to do it because... Oh, that's right. We can use the tractors. We can't use the fertilizer. That's right. That's not a problem. I mean, we'll just make a little bit of money from turning the fertilizer stuff back in. Not a big deal at all. All right, so we've made, you know, a few $1,000, paid for some of the equipment. Used up some of that slurry. That was good. Used up all that slurry, which was awesome. How you doing on seed? You are doing okay. Actually, what I should have done is grabbed that, just use that tractor with the manure and done that spread right now, but that's okay. Not really going to make that much of a difference. Almost done with this tractor anyway, and then we can use it to feed the cows and do whatever else we need to do. So many things I want. I want another tractor, because I think 2 tractors is a good, happy medium. And then, obviously there's a few more pieces of equipment it'd be nice to have. At some point, we'd like more cows. Just produce more milk faster. How much is the bigger cow pen? Truth be told, though, if I was going to get a bigger cow pen, I'd want the one with the automated feeding, I think. Which is $720,000, which is insane. Yeah. That is way more than we could spend anytime soon. Although in theory we could sell the cow pen that we have to pay for some of it. Probably only get like $150,000 from it though. Yeah, we're a long ways off from anything else. That's good. What about... How many cows do we actually have? I wish this thing had a total somewhere. So we have 22, 30, 42. So we got 3 cow space for 3 cows, which we're already reducing right now. So we should be getting a few more cows here shortly. The equipment we have that we just don't really need. I mean, this header is something that we could eventually sell, but I need to get the tractor, the combine one more time just to be able to pick it up, and then we might actually sell it once we pick it up and use it, do something else with it or something. I mean, a different mower would be nice, although this is going to be fine for the front. I just need something for the back so that we don't have to get the windrower anymore. The baler's okay. No, I mean, we're okay, I guess, with what we got. Yeah. Almost done here. Not the biggest seeder in the world, but it's cheap and it does cultivating. So it's extra cheap with that taken into account. All right, that's it. Fields are looking good. Done with the cedar. Get rid of you. Let's go grab the cow food. Get them fed a bit more. Ah. It's not usually a place to stay and load. Could have sworn it was right there, but I guess we'll turn around, try this way. Here we go. Looks like I know it's over here somewhere. Cows are looking pretty good. I mean, we'll need to make some more at some point, but we're okay for right now. Straw's okay. Yeah. All right, what else we got to do? I mean, again, we're doing that round of fertilizing right now. Or we could wait. Honestly, we got a lot of manure here. We have more here than I realized. Forget how wide this thing spreads. 12 meters. Which actually isn't that wide. A little bit of overlap, not too bad. We getting credit for the second? Yep, we are. Good. So that'll be easy. In fact, we should have plenty of fertilizer for this as well. So yeah, we didn't have to buy any actual fertilizer at all this time around. I'll have to get that end cap here in a minute. Tree got in the way. Maybe to jump down that tree at some point. Actually, no, we could put the sugar mill down this end too. There might be just enough space. It's tight. It's not really a lot of space. It's not really where I want it either. I just want to get it. I want to start making chocolate. I think that's my big thing. But like for the sake of the YouTube series, I should have been hopefully making chocolate a long time ago, but it just didn't happen. But if it was just me playing by myself, I would still be patient and buy the fields first and then put the sugar mill on there. But for the sake of trying to speed up the YouTube series, I kind of feel like I have the pressure to go ahead and just get the chocolate going now. Even if it's not exactly where I want it. All right, I'm going to get this guy finishing up this fertilizing and we'll be right back. All right, we finished the fertilizing pass. Now I'm just doing some herbicide. I mean, I could do the weeding like we normally do. But through some of my other series, I think I've discussed this a little bit in my other series, maybe the Tribute Run or one of those, I can't remember which one. But I've decided that, honestly, just spraying herbicide is just so much more convenient that, and it doesn't, I don't think it dings you that much, if at all. Actually, I think it was a little bit there. There we go. Because if we do it at this stage, we don't, the earlier you do this herbicide spray, the less of a penalty you incur. So I can't remember if it's 5% penalty at this stage or 0% penalty at this stage. We'll check here in just a second. But even at 5%, it's just so much quicker, so much more convenient that it's really not that big of a deal. Now, if you do it at a later stage, you can incur up to a 15% penalty at the worst possible stage, you know, at the last stage possible. But at this stage, before anything's grown at all, it's just not that much of a penalty. Oh, hit the wrong button. I need to scooch over a little bit. Just preventing weeds from ever growing at all is just so nice. Just never deal with it. Don't have to get the hoe, don't have to get the weeders, any of that kind of stuff. Now, obviously, we don't get weeds with the grass, so this is the only time of the year that we actually have to do this at all. And I'm not sure what type of cultivator is attached to the seeder that we just used. I assume it's just a normal cultivator, which means we would just have normal weeds. But it could be a shallow cultivator, which would give us more weeds, which means we would have to use a hoe. I just don't know. But it doesn't matter. We're just going to get it done this way. And just have zero weeds to deal with. Now that doesn't show up here because obviously we don't, this wouldn't be the stage we would seed weeds anyway, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, we do need a roll. I just remembered. I think it's still okay that we weeded it at this point, but I forgot that we needed a roll. I don't know if that middle part would be enough. We'll do this. It's not going to use that much more anyway. Wrong button. I was trying to like turn it off for a second. I had my hand hovered over the spray pattern. Done. Alright, so we'll get our roller, and we did not use very much herbicide at all. I had some over here. I actually wasn't sure if it was going to be enough, but it does look like it might have been just barely enough. That's right. Now we got more. It's not a waiting contract, is there? Pay for a little bit of this equipment? No. Can't make up my mind whether I want to drive over this guide field or not, apparently. Because sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's whatever. Nope, that was the weight. All right, let's grab the roller. Again, we'll just stick with the tinier roller. It's $2,000 to... it's hard to say if this is really worth it. It's only a 5% yield increase, right? For $2,000. It's possible that the rolling on the size of fields that we have is just not worth it, but we'll get it done anyway. It's easy enough. The mulching I'm definitely not doing, but the rolling is easy enough to do. It's interesting you see that little pattern of where we drove, but I think it's still okay. It's just kind of funny that it shows up like that. I mean, arguably we should have just left these fields joined together. At some point I had planned to start diverting the crop on here. In fact, it may even be soon. Honestly, after this batch, we'll see how much straw we have. We might be able to start doing like one just stays grass for a little bit longer and the other one just can go oats or something like that. It's hard to tell. But if we're going to have to get the harvester for the oats anyway, then we might as well do both. That way we get a little bit more oats for our money. Help pay for that equipment. I'm not quite in line. Thought I did a smart thing there, but didn't quite line it up properly. So you're getting all rolled out. Fertilizing's all done. Should be weeded. I mean, this should be it. We should be good to go after this is done. Quite a bit of prep to get the fields ready, obviously, but ultimately I think it's worth it. Honestly, don't know what we would do from a kind of field diversity standpoint, if you will. Like, what other crop would we do besides what we've been doing? You know, if we're going to keep rotating grass and oats, we're getting plenty of grass with the, 2 or 3 cycles of grass that we're doing. And obviously we're getting plenty of oats as well. And we can only do that once a year anyway. So I honestly don't know what else we could do to justify the separate fields. We can do something like wheat instead of oats and just have wheat cycling all the time, but then we're still having to pay for that harvester for a one smaller field, you know? It starts to feel less worth it. Now, if we owned the harvester, I think I would 100%, you know, just do grass year round on one and then cycle in oats on the other, because that would be plenty. But since we don't own the harvester, that's the money we have to take that into account. That extra expense. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and call the episode there. I'm going to go ahead and get this finished up between episodes. And then when we come back, we will be ready to probably fast forward to a new month and start planning for our oat harvest here in a couple months. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.